and that's King's College London getting underway. As we switch back to have a quick look at Warwick University going down Temple Island Meadows. Christ's College, Cambridge just heading off to start. Rating 38. Beautiful view of the course. As we look right down the course, you can see the boating area just centre top left of the course, but the finish is so far away we can't actually see it from this shot as the drone withdraws back down to the start. And back now on the start we have Exeter University. Another university with a good tradition of women's rowing. Still at 38 strokes at a minute, but now just beginning to settle them down to 36s. Well, that's Christ's College. And just off the start there, Oxford University Women's Boat Club, and you can see there another crew that have got a pair of athletes close coupled, this time at 4 and 5, I think, in the middle of their boat. Perhaps we'll be able to confirm that when we pick them up later further down the course. But whilst we're just on the time trials, you can see as we look down the course, you can see all the cars parked in the Copers Fields on the top left of the thing, and then in front of them all the tents, as we have another look at Exeter University. Now nicely settled into their work as they paddle down Temple Island, rating at 36. And off the start, Bournemouth University, one of our younger university boat clubs, but how should we say, they've come from nowhere quite a long way in a very short space of time. The classic 40, 39, 37 be their ratings as they've gone down the island, and they're now nicely settled into their work. And in fact the drone, there we are, the drone picking them up as they come to the end of the island. They're stroked on bow side, but clearly got a lovely rhythm going. And yes, indeed, it's 5 and 4 that are together on stroke side. And there you see a really good shot from the overhead. You can see 4 and 5 together on stroke side, and the cocks doing absolutely nothing with the rudder, the boat running absolutely dead straight. So when you think about it, 4 of those athletes are pulling the boat round in a circle in one direction, 4 in the other direction, and if they're all pulling evenly, the boat will go in an absolute straight down this 1500 metre straight course. And we now go back to the first of the 2 Edinburgh University crews that are competing in this time trial. Further down the course, Oxford University women. Edinburgh University. The second of the two crews from Edinburgh taking part in this time trial of 32.8, trying for 16 places in the main draw, the first round of which will take place later on today. Once these 8s are finished, then there will be a pause and then racing itself, side-by-side racing, which will carry on this afternoon, and then we'll have a couple more time trials at the end of the day, just so that you can mark and plan your day. Racing goes from 1 o'clock every 4 minutes until the last race scheduled to start at 5:32, and racing will be on time. It always is bang on time here. And then after the 5:32 last race of the day, we shall have 2 time trials, one at 6:20 and one at 6:40. And so that's our programme for the rest of today, as we watch the last of the crews. They call themselves Tethys Boat Club. They are, in fact, that is the summer racing name for the Oxford University Women's Lightweight Boat Club, as we have a brief look at the second of the Edinburgh University crews. It's actually just lovely just looking at the pictures of this beautiful countryside on this summer's day. But anyway, there they go, the second of the Edinburgh crews, passing the boating enclosure as the tail end Charlies, as we might call them, of the Intermediate Academic 8s time trial, the Tethys Boat Club. Also, as you can see, with a close coupled 4 and 5 athletes, we count from the bow of the boat down towards the cock, so the stroke is, if you like, the number 8. Now they've just reached the finish, so that's Oxford University women just reaching the finish there. This is Tethys, more conventionally rigged, and as you can see, much smaller athletes because they're having to meet the they're from a lightweight boat club, although there are no lightweight 8s here, so they won't have had to slim down for this particular regatta in the way they have to for their boat race. So there's Edinburgh's the second of the 2 Edinburgh crews, reaching the top end of Temple Island Meadows and about to pass the regatta enclosure, and I'm sure their club mates in the boating area. And the river will now go very quiet for a little while, although with racing starting at 1 o'clock. I can see, as I sit here in the boating area, I can see the crews are just beginning to stretch and get ready to go afloat for the 1 o'clock races. It's quite normal to spend 30 to 40 minutes warming up, and there's an extended warm-up area below the start where crews can complete their preparations to race. We're watching the Tethys Boat Club crew just now. They've passed the boating racks area and in the last third of the course. Whereas just in front of them, the Bournemouth University crew, there's a house called Old Blades, which is at about 3/4 distance, and they've just passed that. And so into the last 300 metres or so of their time trial. This is this afternoon as we're approaching the Upper Thames Boathouse and the chairman's enclosure at the Remelland Club, where when races are tight, how should we say, the business end of racing occurs when it's close. But these are just time trials, and everybody here is just racing against the clock. So, Edinburgh University just now in their last few strokes, coming down towards the finish. Look out for that canal boat. There we are, and as they do that, the bell will go, or the buzzer goes, and they collapse exhausted. And the last of the crews, in the last of the time trials this morning, the Oxford University lightweight ladies who row as Tethys, with just about 300 metres to go, and that will complete the morning's racing. Just to remind you, side-by-side racing will begin at 1 o'clock, so you've got nice time to have your lunch or go and cut the grass before then. The last crew does the last few strokes. So as Tethys complete the last of the morning time trials, this is Stan Collingwood. Thank you for putting up with us this morning, and we look forward to you joining us when racing commences this afternoon at 1 o'clock.